The dream team consisted of members including Kara, Michelle, Elma, Paige, Jasmine, Holly, and Sibwin.
I'm going to introduce you to the dream team, which includes Kara as our executive producer, Michelle as our associate producer, Elma, who is in charge of our writing, Paige, who does illustration, Jasmine, who does our filming, and Holly and myself, Siobhan, who are in charge of editing. The task of the Finger Puppet Show is to have a group of business students put together into a group to create a TV show using the topics related to what we've learned in class. Our objective was to create a show based on the fundamentals of business and management while still being creative and having fun. And the approach that we took is drama-based. Our show takes place at the location of Freedom Bank on 4th Street in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Each character is introduced as the plot thickens and new details are uncovered. Paige and Jasmine's friendship unravels as suspicious transactions take place. Being that Paige and Jasmine are really good friends, and also that Jasmine is a client of Paige's, this really puts their friendship to the test in both their personal relationship and also Paige's relationship with her coworkers and her employer. Paige is the bank teller at Freedom Bank. Jasmine Smith Fox is the owner of Doe's Steakhouse. Elma is the assistant manager at Freedom Bank, and Holly is Freedom Bank's branch manager.
Paige is a bank teller at Freedom Bank who's somewhat new on the job. Although she's new, she's very driven and motivated and takes her job very seriously. Because she's such a hard worker, those around her like her at her job and she's very confident. Jasmine is the owner of Doe's Steakhouse and comes from a wealthy family who invested in her business. With that being said, she struggles with the idea of failing and doesn't want to disappoint her parents. She's also a customer at Freedom Bank who comes in very frequently. Elma is an experienced branch manager. She's the manager at Freedom Bank and she's very tenacious and hardworking. She motivates her employees to always tell the truth and stick to the bank policies. She's also one to follow the rules word for word. Because she's experienced in leadership, she's very successful in her business. Holly is the assistant manager at Freedom Bank, and she helps Elma with the everyday tasks. Just like Elma, she's very organized and follows the rules to a T. She's also very hardworking.
Episode 1. The first episode introduced the characters Holly, Elma, Jasmine, and Paige. The episode took place in the working environment Freedom Bank. Later on in the episode, her restaurant, Jasmine, is introduced as well. It's a normal day in the office, and the scene will follow Holly, Elma, and Paige in the bank office as they go over some bank procedures. The episode will also display Jasmine in the steakhouse, where she is described as clearly being distraught and confused on why her business is doing so badly. Episode 2. As Jasmine looks at some financial records in her office at the Joe Steakhouse, she notices that some of her business accounts is not doing so well. She then brainstorms on how she can improve her business, and while many ideas come to mind, one in particular stood out the most. The one idea was not a very good idea and was very illegal, but it seemed like it was her only option. She heads to the bank where she is met by Paige, her friend at Freedom Bank, and things get very awkward. After her transaction, she then begins to feel guilty and basically ran out the door. Episode 3. During Episode 3, Paige deals with a very difficult decision regarding Jasmine and her accounts with her restaurant, Doe's Steakhouse. As Paige dealt with Jasmine's accounts over the previous years, she never suspected her friend, Jasmine, of doing anything illegal, but her accounts were very suspicious. Although Jasmine was her friend, it was Paige's duty as a Freedom Bank employee to report any suspicious behavior, no matter who it was. She then informed Elma and Holly, Freedom Bank's managers, about everything that took place. Episode 4. Following the Episode 3, after Paige made the difficult decision to inform her managers about the suspicious behavior and Jasmine's recent activity in the bank, both Holly and Elma began the investigation. Story inspiration. We were inspired by the serious crimes in the business world that happen every day. One example was Tom DeLay, who was recently convicted of money laundering. He was also a former congressman. What you will learn. In our group project, you will learn about making the right decisions and also business ethics versus friendship. Although Paige and Jasmine were really good friends, it was Paige's duty as a bank teller to do the right thing. It's very hard to do, but of course you will have to always make the right decisions.
This course has taught me the importance of having management figures. Often in work settings, managers may seem overbearing or like micromanagers, but I've learned that sometimes delegation is necessary. This course has taught me the importance of communication in the group setting and also that being proactive gets work done more efficiently than waiting till the deadline.
What I've learned most from this project and this class is how to deal with issues in a business type manner. Putting us in groups has made me learn how to work together with people, especially those who I have no idea who they are, and I've just been put together in a group. It definitely helps me in the regular business world because sometimes you are forced to do that, and it's a very good learning experience. Especially for whenever I have a real career and I have to do stuff just like this every single day.
My reflections on this project were that the project was very interesting and fun to do. Being that this was my first management class, it opened my eyes to a lot of similarities between my work life and what I have learned from completing this project. Managers are not only responsible for ethical and business issues, but also your team is held accountable. Everyone has a goal or an objective to reach, and working together makes that possible.
Overall, while working on this project with my team members, I've learned that communication is key in order to be successful. With there being so many of us, it's necessary to have definite deadlines and have every member feel like they're part of the team. This is my first time completing a large group project in a situation where I've never met my team members face to face, but I feel that overall we were successful and I am pleased with the results. Although there were some obstacles in the beginning, we figured them out and I think everything went pretty smoothly.
Not a big fan of group work, this class taught me how to communicate properly and efficiently to complete assignments. Along with that, I've also learned how to handle situations in a proper manner. I am glad to have had a very organized and caring group of team members. The end. The future of management is bright. When you have the right team and people who are willing to achieve each goal, it makes everyone equally successful. Management does not only deal with the boss making decisions and directing of group people, Management is the heartbeat of teamwork. As time goes by and technology advances, management will always be necessary in some shape or form to ensure innovations and organizations are carried out flawlessly. Thank you all. Hope you enjoy the show as we have enjoyed working together to create it.